Hi, if you want to come on in, we'll take a look at an Inkblot inspired by the third eye. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your third eye. Thank you so much for joining me. I did have a pen here and apparently it has grown legs and walked away. All right, well, I'll add on insights another time, but thank you so much for joining me. If you want to take a moment here, we'll close the eyes, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Thank you so much. All right, we'll add on tarot and oracle along the way, and as well spirit messages for your third eye, should it resonate. Receive or release freely, of course. Ooh. I'm seeing a Bride of Frankenstein, but it's in like a doll. You know, like those dolls. I don't actually know what they're called. But they look like monsters, but they're not. Anyway. Bride of Frankenstein. And she's right here. And look at the hair comes up and then it keeps going up. I'm also seeing blue violet. Is that a flower? Is it like it's getting ready to open. Okay, I'm in a storm. A little bit of a third eye storm here. Maybe you can resonate with that if you've been going through like some intuitive or insightful storms of sorts that are, kind of clearing, and it brings me into that, cows run away from the storm, bulls, is it bulls? Bison? Okay, run into it and towards it to get onto the other side. Okay, so I'm seeing something growing in front of me in the third eye. Maybe this is part of the collective energy of the third eye. Those that are aware of another sense that is to be appreciated along with the five senses. Like, how do I say that? There's no favoritism to the third eye sight per se. It's also appreciating the five you have. It's almost like that will help. That seems to be the message, like the gratitude for the traditional five senses, the earthly five senses. And if someone's deaf or has lack of taste, I'm hearing, or is blind or doesn't have clear eyesight, it's asking me to say, like, don't focus on those storms. Don't focus on what isn't. But in the same bounty, what can seem like a lacking enhances other things, because that's kind of like your personal alchemy of awareness that almost can't be matched or mimicked. Like, people can't learn that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like it does if you understand what I'm saying. So if anyone's working on their third eye, maybe spending some time feeling gratitude for the physical senses, like touch, smelling, how great that is, right? To hear things. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. I hope you know what I'm saying. I'm going to start adding on some tarot and oracle as well. See what other messages our third eye may have for us today. And I'll add on the spirit box as well for any shout outs in that spirit space. I'm seeing, I don't know if it's like a Peppa the Pig or something like that. I don't even know that I've ever actually seen that show other than through my nieces and nephews. But there's like a reaching up. And
louder.
Do you want to be louder? There's like a reaching up. Okay, so that works out really, really well. Remember that reaching out? I want to like tack in her there. And this card is will. The will. To grow and then grow again. To grow and then grow again. And I'm seeing... Oh, interesting. Okay, the void is here. And action. Okay. I'm going to take 2 shakes here. Hold on one moment. How I'm seeing this in this moment of the third eye, if you wanted to like take a moment and close the eyes and to kind of breathe this in to release it or receive it, like bringing your awareness up into your third eye space. And then just like in the mirror of, ink blots or even like a mirror, and then seeing it's like it's being placed up and then it's being duplicated. So I'm actually seeing another set of eyes where it's normally depicted as one eye, and it's reflected. It's another set of eyes. And this is like almost like there's another bridge, another nose bridge or another canal and channel to this. And then I'm seeing like a plug, but it's not a traditional plug, interestingly enough. And I'm trying to find an image that can help me. For some reason, I'm seeing it as like a PlayStation. There's all these different kinds of plugs, but there's this one that's small. Anyway, and then then that connects into the brain. Okay, there's something about this cycle of willpower, and integration, the willingness to integrate and also release things. Thank you. So that was also on the bottom, and I'm going to receive that. To release, which is what I'm sensing is like a passive action, and to take action as an active action towards whatever it is that you are curious about in the void, whatever it is in your third eye, whatever it is that's calling you. And I think this is different for everybody. It's just different for everybody. However you want to utilize all your senses in whatever channel that may be. Personal, professional, yada, yada, yada. Maybe you want to cultivate one of your clear senses. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's another sub over the sub. It starts with appreciating the 5 earthly senses and the clear senses coming over like a spiritual hologram. But even those 5, so it's really like 10. And to the third eye is like 11, mirror it, 12, 10, 11, 12, and then they plug in 13. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm seeing things in a really odd, but beautiful state of wiring. Third eye wiring or something like that. Maybe you can feel that. You understand the messages in and around there, beyond my words, in between the words, or just simply the spirit of the Inkblot in and of itself. Okay, so what I was seeing as Peppa the Pig before is transforming because I didn't follow that enough to understand it. I'm now seeing it like dogs playing with the ball or something like that. There's a loyalty in the willingness of whatever it is that you're. I just heard the word entrusting. Working towards. There is also protection around there. You might have a pet in spirit that connects with you in that third eye realm. I'm going to say realm because, again, it's very dimensional. Glass. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to start adding on more tarot and oracle. Sorry, that was like a very odd moment. And I'm also going to flip it and see what else comes through. Oh, I'm seeing massive, massive ears. And now I'm seeing felines. I'm very specifically jaguars. You know, like there's this part of the ear and then the inside. And there's like, what is it? Chinese medicine. But there's something up in the ear. It's it's a jaguar. It's what I'm seeing. It's a jaguar. All right. Up in the third eye area, if there's any spirits that wish to support those of us that are willing to wander and dive in for some perspective, possibilities, inspiration. What are you up there? Lunar eclipse change. This has come through. I feel like the spirits may have talked about, karma, which I landed more of like a universal justice depending on the context of it. But notice how will and lunar eclipse both have like the waning and the waxing, the cycles. Do you know what it makes me feel like? As though some could be, for some reason I'm seeing it like a tan. When people go into tanning bed, they have like those weird, I don't mean weird because, for whatever safety reasons, but like those goggles or whatnot that they put over their eyes. That's how I'm seeing it. And it's coming in through there, right? Okay. Do you know what I'm getting the feeling is that some might be waking up and like pulling out, what is that? Film in a car.
I'm trying.
They're trying to like peel off that film that hides. Oh my goodness. My mind just does not always work well sometimes when I'm in the liminal. It's such a simple word, my goodness. And if you know it, and I will probably be done this reading and absolutely know it. Tinting. Hello. So some people are tinted and they're trying to peel off the tinting. That's what this makes me feel like. Interesting. Okay, ninth house faith has come in with master number 33. And if that will come through, see how like the Ouija board is back there. There's messages. It's bringing me wonderfully back into the tangible of the earth, the earthly you, the earthly me, the earthly experience has like hidden messages, like reflexology in the feet, palmistry. Now you don't have to be into all that. That's not the point. There's something like appreciation of touch. And you might even be receiving slight touches from spirit, from your spirit guides, noticing that, hearing them, this, that, or the other. But it's almost as if like you're working towards growing your glow in the third eye area. There might need to be some revisiting other cycles that maybe were, like if you flip through your Rolodex of reflections and memories, like when you were a kid, and maybe something was more prominent then, right? Can you release it, revisit it? Is there pieces from that maybe you can take forward? Is there something you did at a different stage? It doesn't have to be when you're a kid. That really, keep hearing the word invigorating. Invigorating. Maybe it's like gardening or something. Again, it feels ironically very tangible. And that work supports my willpower, my willingness and commitment to my third eye. And then when I spend time in the third eye realm, the earthly senses support that, because whether they're strong enough or they, I don't say they like it's, but there's an appreciation. That's really incredible. Okay, thank you. I'm going to keep going here. Hopefully you've been enjoying this. Thank you so much. If I didn't say so already, like, share, subscribe. Your support truly helps and is really, really appreciated. I truly mean that. And thank you to all those who have donated and bought me a coffee. Like, it's delicious. And again, gratitude galore. All right. I'm going to keep going here if we have anything else for the third eye. Okay. Thank you. On the bottom, we have bull, sacredness, if that means anything to anyone. Interesting. So I'm going to pull these two out just because we specifically have been talking about them. Is that bison and the dog. And notably in the dog card, I was going to say it's probably a cat, but it's not. It's actually a dog, like a German, like a German shepherd or whatnot. There's companionship. I'm 44. I had to think about that for a second. And that's true. Like, I legit tend not to remember or pay attention. And Seahorse, Equality. Will that come through? Because it's a beautiful card. That's what it's making me feel like. There's this, somebody might feel like you have attachments in the third eye realm, and it could be in that waxing and waning, kind of reflecting backwards and forwards of, well, this is, came from my mother's side, my father's side, or, maybe I'm adopted and I don't know where it comes from. So it's a little bit harder to define the source of it or a seed of it. Also, I'm hearing like someone's ethnicity or lineage background, like, well, I'm, part Polish or this or that and that and that. How do I find the source of their history that may resonate with me fully? And it's almost as if there's a part that's like releasing that and saying that's the kind of the point. You've been growing by mixing modalities into a true multidimensional nature. So the one source to seek out answers is actually you, because it's being built with you, taking pieces of things that resonate, instead of maybe having this traditional way of looking at things like there's one book, one way, this, that, or the other. It's like within that oneness is the multiverse of you. Bison and the dog. So any of those storms, and like I want to insert there, like right about there. There's some sort of determination going through the storms, but it's almost as if I can be passive and poised about it. I'm charging forward, but I'm not destroying anything. I'm not creating destruction. And I'm being very clear to say what I see as the storms is not like the tower in tarot. It is a determination to cleanse almost like what's not mine, or I once adopted as mine and is now being released, saying, you know what, that really served me for a long time, but I'm growing, and I'm like, remember we were talking about like the plugs and the mirrors and the light and the dark and plugged into the brain. I'm Cancer. Growing. Like your neuro system is growing. Okay. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. It's focused. There's a respect about it. There's a respect, especially as the world becomes more, or humans are becoming more expressed as multidimensional beings, remaining in a state of respect. Remaining in a state of respect. Starting with oneself. Respecting yourself. Okay, we're here in the third eye. I think I'm seeing Shrek, but it's actually not Shrek, because I don't think I've ever seen the movies of it. But it's almost like the same kind of creature, but I think just generationally I noticed something else, like right in here, and I'm seeing like a face, like another kind of Igor or something along that lines. That's where I'm being drawn to right now. I'm also being seen, I'm telling you, like my language today is just ridiculous. A mask, a Halloween mask. And then I'm seeing like a dial. Interesting the way I'm seeing it. Again, I'm back in that ear of listening. Maybe because of someone's mask. And, like I think it's American Dad, and on the fridge, they have that dial. I can't remember what it's for. That's how I'm seeing it as. Almost like I'm seeing it like, is it really a threat? Like this masky Igor kind of creature, or is it friendly? I don't know if actually Shrek is friendly. Like a gentle giant. like a gentle giant. I'm being embraced right now. I'm being embraced. That's lovely. Lovely. Hopefully you can feel that as well. Like just taking in a moment to feel the embrace of your own third eye and the different creatures, people, places, or things, energies, entities, etc. that may exist within you to help you, because you in turn are also helping them. Respect and reciprocity. Okay. Gazelle, change, and purity. This could be a purifying process that you're going into as well. I thank you. The horse came through, freedom and action again. Action came through in a different, there we go. So horse, freedom, action, and this wonderful flowing person, action as well. Somebody might want to, like, there might be an exercise, or I don't know if it's like Zumba or freeform movement, whatever it could be for you. Maybe you go for a walk, maybe very structured, and go kickboxing or something, or rock, I don't know, whatever people do. It's almost like seeing that balance, that mirrored perspective, that sometimes inducing a meditative state is through busying the body, so the mind actually relaxes. And can help purify something with some sort of elegance. And then we have over here teeth, dolphins, and coins. See if I can do this. Okay, getting ready to close out. Yes, in the third eye space. What do we have here? Luck, money, playfulness, cooperation, and teeth, control, change, purifying change, and purifying change. Look at that. Remember when I was talking about like going back to, whatever your timeline is, and it could be controlled by something. Well, this was, in my lineage, or who's the gift from, or I don't know what the question is, actually, to be honest with you. And that's right. Okay. That's okay. We might be controlled by that thought, to have that why answered. It's just a possibility. But something is going to, within the subcon realm, because this is very gold and silver in nature, something's going to be illuminated and free you, probably by your own insights, to purify that any sort of control. And when you gain control over certain things, you hold that respect, especially in the third eye space, to say, I perceive this and I'm receiving this, or I perceive this and I release it. It's like seeing one of those, like, is it pinball tables, right? And the ball comes and those like flappy things. Receive it, release it. Receive it, release it. Receive it, release it. And then I have control that is fluid. It's not necessarily like stuck in one spot where I have to receive everything through my DNA, through my lineage, or through my thoughts, through the people around me, through the information that comes in around me, this, that, or the other. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. But I feel like this is a very beautiful third eye message that's almost like reminding even myself to enjoy the tangible world, because we can easily take it for granted that it exists in other ways, shape, or form. And there's a chance this earthly experience is very particular to touch, hearing, smell in this way, shape, or form. So have fun, play with the frequencies, the higher frequencies that spirit also is trying to help you free from things, or a free flow towards things in the third eye realm. And I just saw like an octopus up here. And this octopus also has the ability to, it's like, imagine the head of an octopus, but can split open like a lotus head. That's how I'm seeing that in the right in the third eye space, which, no, different realm. before when it was like two eyes with the mirror. Okay. And luck and money. So there's some sort of pot of gold is what I'm hearing if you're here with me. There's value in what you're doing and what you're contemplating and what you're heeding and hearing and listening. What is a threat, not a threat? There's something about sleep as well. Loyalty to your life and to what you love. While you're, thank you very much, in this third eye realm that is supported by the very tangible realm that we share together as well in our playground. It's like our playground. We're like we're on recess from being strictly energy or of spirit, and we're in this earthly playground. The asphalt, I don't know if everyone else had that, like asphalt time if it was raining or something and you only played on the blacktop. And yeah, we're all here together in this playground. All right, do we have any last closing messages for the third eye? Again, thank you so much for joining me. I will release this and receive this in gratitude and respect and reciprocity for your attention and awareness. I'm always humbled and grateful. Okay, closing out messages. I'm seeing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as well. Okay. On the bottom we have Omen, Windows of Opportunities. Perceive it, how you're going to see it. And then we have Fire, Spontaneity, and Tea Leaves, Foresight. Did we have... Yes. Faith. I want to put these two together. Tea Leaves, Foresight, and Faith. Both have hands. Like I want to say, it's almost like, if I may, like what's in your hand is the void. I can see everything here, even though we're in the third eye realm. And then from these hands, everything's in your hand because you're actually seeing with your third eye. Both third eyes. And this fire of creation and of releasing. Control, change, purifying, the eclipses or any sort of paradoxes in perspective. The bison, the dog. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, when we'll meet the crown.